Hello, welcome to another edition of What Would Dad Do? We're going to be installing some curtain rods today, so I'm going to show you how it all gets done. Here is everything we're going to be working with today. We have all of our product right here. We're going to go ahead and we have our curtain rod, we have our curtain, and then we have tools that we're going to need today. You can see very clear we need a drill. The only thing special here outside of these tools is you're going to have a masonry bit. This is a masonry bit. You see this one, it looks a little different than a normal drill bit, but we have cinder block exterior on our homes. So we're going to have to make sure that we can get through that.
I just found these on Amazon, $6.49, 12-piece set of masonry bits. This is what you're going to be looking for when you're going to complete this project and drill into cement.
These are your three pieces that we're going to start with. It's going to be your masonry bit, and I want to show you the size of this. It's a little bit between these two guys right here, the hardware we sent it. So we're going to make sure that we're going to use this one. We kind of see it's a little bit less, a little bit more than these. That's perfect. That's what we're looking for. The request for this project was to have the hole or the bracket 5 inches from the edge of the window. And then we're going to go ahead and just give it a couple inches up on top of that to give it room right there. Do you guys know the easiest way to figure out where those things intersect? I'm just going to take the piece of paper that I used from the instructions. It's good for something at least. We're going to mark it off right there. That's our guy right there. We're going to go ahead and remove these two pieces from each other. And what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and keep this top portion, and we're going to go ahead and mark it with this one. So what you want to do is you want to take, because what happens is that the screw falls down. It goes from here where you insert it to here. So we want to have that top piece right there. And then we're going to go ahead and mark that one. And then straight down, we have our second one. This is where we're going to drill. All right, we know we're going to have to drill into this. So what I want to do is make sure that I get enough depth. So this is a simple pro tip, is just take this piece right here and mark it simply. Just say, I need to drill down to this level. I know that at that point that I have enough to penetrate the wall and anchor this thing down. Here's the difficult part. This one is still the masonry bit. We know the level that we're going to, but it is a little bit more time consuming if you're drilling into cinder. So we're going to go ahead, and it's going to take a little bit of effort. This is the most difficult part of this whole task. Now that I have the proper depth, I'm going to go ahead and give the drill a little bit of a turn right here. It's going to open it up a little bit for the anchor. And that should be perfect. I'm going to go ahead and anchor this guy right here. Just go ahead and give it a little push in, and then we're going to give it a tap with our hammer.
All you got to do is just tap it in. Just tap it in now.
Tap it in. Give it a little tap.
This is perfect. You want that first one to be really solid. So having a good anchor point there for that first screw is important. Now what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and drill out the second hole, and then we're going to go ahead and anchor that first screw down. So, all right, we've got that first one in. We're going to go ahead and slot it in here with our bracket, slide it down, and your other hole should be right here, exactly where we have it measured. Go ahead and stick in the screw. Mission accomplished. Now that we have this in, and this is firmly secured, we can go ahead and take this bracket. I'm gonna go ahead and stick it back underneath here. This is where we started off with. I got the top screw right up here. Usually what these things do is they just kind of slot in here. We're gonna take our Phillips head screwdriver, and just tighten it down wherever we need the proper depth to be. These things slide backwards and forwards, so wherever you need the proper depth to be. All right, bracket number 1 in. We're all finished. Good job. Told you how easy that was. A couple of simple tips is that you got to have the masonry bit and the drill, right? And it just takes a little bit of pushing and it'll go through for you. But we got both of them up here. They're equal. We're looking good. Let's go ahead and hang up those drapes. All right, guys, mission accomplished. We got this all done. Check it out. These look fantastic, and they're going to hold. I wouldn't recommend doing pull-ups on them, but they're definitely going to be fine for the long term. So yeah,